Ara Ara. Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of season 4. Season 4? Are we on season 4 already? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Season 4. Okay, fine. Let's
Season
go.
4? How have we been doing this for so long?
Yeah, I know. It's been like how many years now? 2 years or almost
2
3?
years. Yeah.
It's gonna be our 3rd anniversary next year.
Yes,
By Feb.
on February. So hopefully we've got some really exciting things planned by then. But first, let's give everyone a bit of an update of what's been going on before the recording of this season. So you, Vivz, you've got a lot of exciting things to share.
Yeah, for sure. This is what this episode is all gonna be about. About my recent trip to Japan.
Yes,
So
girl.
I really spent so much money on this trip and it was worth it. So
That's what counts. That's what counts. Tell us, like, how was the Japan trip though?
it was so magical. Like if you ask me about Japan, I'm still daydreaming about it. Like every few seconds. No, like
How long has it been
seriously.
since you've left? It was a month ago already, or like?
Yeah, technically it's a month ago. I came back here September 15, which is
Oh
already a
yeah,
month. Yeah. But
yeah.
girl, like I swear, like everything about it was, how I imagined it. Like the streets, the people, the food, especially the food, girl. Like I really thought I'm gonna be losing weight because there's so much steps that you do every single day. But the food, girl. But anyway, moving on. Before we proceed with our topic for today, just few announcements that we have. First is, guys, please follow our social media at the Ara Ara Channel. And we
Yes,
also
if you
have
haven't
a
already.
Discord. Yeah, if you haven't already. And we have a Discord server plus a Reddit community or a subreddit where you can join. And it's all about anime.
Ara, ara. Yeah, to all of our fellow anime lovers and hobbyists, we just wanted to take a second to announce that this really awesome thing that we've partnered with Otaku.
So Otaku ME is your go-to spot for all your anime, model kits, and hobby needs where you can get 10% off of any of their non-sale items by just using our code OME Ara Ara at checkout.
That's not all though. Otaku is also running some killer discounts on their site right now, so you can save anywhere from 30 to 50% on select items. Just follow the link in the description below. Now let's get back to the show.
Any life updates, Amy? Let's start with you because the whole show is gonna be about me later.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah,
how are
this
you?
is you are the main character of this show.
Not the show, just the episode. Just the episode. So, how are you? How's life?
Fine, fine. You know, I don't when you asked, I literally blanked out. I'm not really sure what I've been doing. But yeah, I think some of the major things I've done recently, I had a theater show around the end of September. It was called The Seven Sins. So as the title suggests, it was 7 short stories. And yeah, it was a different character from who I am.
How different are we talking about?
Very different. The auditions wasn't really like audition for a particular character. It was a director that would place you in these things based on your audition. But like when I saw the character descriptions, I had a few people in mind who I thought I would be. And then when I got the role, yeah, when I got the script and who the role I would play would be, I was like, oh, hold on a second. Are you sure? Like, this is not the wrong person that you're sending this to, because I don't remember exactly what it was, but the description was basically a gorgeous stewardess. A gorgeous stewardess who is super rich and is just working because she's bored of life. Like, I would love for that to be me. I would love to just be a Nepo baby and just work for fun because, like, I need to find my
You're
purpose.
bored. Yeah.
Bored. Like, why not? You know, but I need to work to survive, sadly. So, so I'm like, are you sure? But yeah, it was really fun. So it's been a long time since I've done theater as well. So it was really fun to get back on the stage. And it was also my first time to have a kissing scene
On
on the live
stage.
on stage in front of everybody.
Yo, but
Yeah.
wait. let me ask the most important question before you break
Mm.
other people's heart. Was it an actual kissing scene?
Yes,
Like
yeah.
like you really had to,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
No freaking
Yeah,
way.
so we had to kiss as
No.
well during rehearsals. We had to touch each other because there's a mini. So basically, the scene is there's a little bit of a role play at the beginning where my character Naomi and her boyfriend. I don't want to really spoil it, but they kind of role play a little bit and they pretend to not know each other and then they kiss and then that's after the kiss that's when you know like oh okay they were just playing they were just pretending to not know each other then they go to the sofa and then Naomi, the character, is trying to keep making out with this guy. So we kiss a few times. And he's like, wait, I need to tell you something really important because he wants things to be serious. And Naomi, my character, doesn't want anything serious. She just wants to, you know, yeah, just to be the buddy of this person, essentially, because they come from very different backgrounds and they're different places. So for her, this was just a fun thing. Like, I would never marry you because you're poor, you know?
Yeah, and I'm a nepo baby, and like
Yeah,
the social
no,
classes are so
you're just really
different.
hot. Yeah, so which is the opposite of who I am in real life. Very, very opposite for
Yeah.
anyone who knows me. So yeah, so that was the role. And then aside from that, oh, and like, yeah, so it was a really successful show as well because it was 3 days and we got 2 days that were sold out. And like the third day, technically it wasn't sold out, but there were just like 10 or 5 more seats left for it to be sold
Mhm.
out. So it was a very, very successful show. But yeah, after that show, I was scouted by this casting director for this commercial
Mhm.
for city center around the entire Middle East. So city
Oh,
center
so
for
you're
those
allowed to say.
I think so. I mean, I'm it's coming out soon.
I mean, just checking
I
if you
don't have it.
signed
No, I don't really
anything.
have an NDA to
Okay.
not say where the commercial was, and it's coming out in a bit. So, because this was shot last month, like
Mm.
end of September. Yeah, so that's what happened. City Center, for those of you who don't know, we're not from any of the Middle Eastern countries. It's like a really big mall.
Like SM for Philippines, you know.
Yeah, like SM for Philippines. So shot a commercial for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Had
girl.
to carry a baby. I was so scared. I was so scared of carrying that baby. Cause like and then I think it was obvious because like when it was like cut, like I gave the
Mm.
baby immediately back to the mom. And then the director was like, are you okay? Are you scared or something? I'm like, yeah, of course it's a baby. Of course.
Timmy.
What? It's not even mine. Like, if anything happens to this thing, like
To this thing. But wait, my question is, was this your first time shooting for a commercial?
for a commercial, yes. Yeah.
And how was the experience?
It was fun. So the casting director told me to send an audition tape. He showed it to the director and the producer. And then after that, the director had to see me in real life. And then I had to audition in real life and they had to record that audition. And then after that, they had to take all my measurements, my size, and everything. Oh, so funny story. I wanna share.
I think I
So
already know this story, but yeah, tell us.
I gave all my sizes and whatever, right? And then this was the day that we had to do our fittings. So I
Mm.
go for the fittings, and then the stylist opens the door, and he's like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, Amira." And then he goes, "Oh, Amy, yeah, come in." I go in, and then he just looks at me dead in the eyes, right? And then he goes, like in the most monotonous tone, nothing in his face to express anything. He goes, you don't look like your pictures. I'm sorry.
What's worse, being told that you don't look the same as your photos, or like being told like, "Oh yeah, you look prettier in in person." The way that the stylist said it sounded like you look prettier in photos
In
than in
photos
real
than in
life.
person. I would rather be prettier in person than in
Yeah.
photos. Like, okay, it's great. You know, it's like it's great to be good looking in photos and videos because then
Mm.
people want to take photos and videos of you and you can
With
be in
you.
commercials, I guess.
Yeah.
But they would be so disappointed in real life, like, oh. But if it's the opposite, right? The expression is different. Like, oh my god, like you're actually like really pretty in real life. Like, and then people would say that to other people too, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh no, no, she's gorgeous in real life. Like, her pictures don't do her justice. See, that's a different thing than,
Yeah.
you know what? Even if you talk to another person, she looks better in pictures and then in the video. Like,
Actually, yeah.
I'm sorry for disappointing. I don't know what I don't know. I'm sorry. The camera projects me better. I don't
Yeah.
because it wasn't just photos I had to send a video edition.
Video.
The director also had to take videos of me, so it's not like I was catfishing like everyone else had seen before this.
It's not like your photos were edited, you know? Like,
Yeah. Anyway,
anyway, okay, moving on. And then after
yeah.
the monotonous line of you
Yeah,
being
no,
better
after
in
that,
photos,
when like we were recording and stuff, a lot of people on set told me like, "Oh, you look really pretty on camera." And so I was like really confused. Like, thank you, I guess. Like, I I I mean, I hope I look good on camera. I don't know. All right. So, yeah, so that's what happened. That was fun.
okay. Ah, okay.
So if any of you don't think I'm good looking on camera, well, I'm sorry.
That's the best that you can give.
Best I can do at this point. I don't know what I can do to please you.
No, it's okay. Good thing our podcast is online. Anything else that happened to you aside from the shoot and the theater? Any
Mm,
upcoming shows?
yeah, I had to turn down one because the scene would require me to be sort of not naked but half
Huh?
naked on stage because it is a comedy. It's a really good show. I don't want to be typecasted as this girl's ready to just
Do it.
be to just be on stage and like making out with everybody and like ready to be naked. So I don't want it to be like, okay, I just did one where like, okay, I have a buddy on stage, and then my next one is like I have to remove a jacket and be like in my underwear, you know? So I'm not. So I
You
had
don't
to
want to be
I
typecasted as that, yeah, for sure. I
yeah.
can
Like
imagine.
I'm hot enough for that, by the way. But like, no, cause oh yeah, so that was another thing. So like I was talking to one of the writers of the show that I did because there were three writers. Okay, it was after the first show. So I told her like, "Oh, you know, this is what like the feedback that I got from like the audience, and I think that if you're going to redo the show because it was a very successful show and they are thinking of doing reruns for it. Like if you're rerunning the show, like I think that this should be done and like you have to add these lines and all of that stuff." I was just giving feedback. And like this writer agreed with me, like, yeah, you know, like that's actually true. I agree with that. We just didn't really think of that at that time, yada yada yada. Okay, fine, perfect. And then so like obviously as an actress, I was like, okay, do you have any feedback for me? Because I also wanna portray who you thought of when you were writing this. I wanna give it justice. And
Mm.
she was like, well, I'm sorry to say, but like the feedback I got was mostly that you're really hot. I'm like, okay, thank you. I'm like, anything else? She's like, no, I'm just like, you're mostly like really hot. Like, okay, thanks.
You're blushing though.
Thank you. But like, yeah, so yeah, I don't want to be typecasted as I'm just hot. Okay, like, I can do other roles. I can do some.
Now you know what it feels like to being blonde, you know? Like how they typecast blonde people in shows. Like,
Like, I don't want to be fetishized. Okay, like I just, I just want to get on stage. So yeah, I turned that role down.
my god, Amy. Okay. Let's not
And
talk
then
about that, please.
and then but there is a musical that I am an assistant director for, so I
Mhm.
applied to act in it. The director called me and he was like, "Hey, about your audition." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Like, it's okay if I didn't get in. It's fine." He's like, "No, it's
Mm.
not that. I think you'd make a great actress, but like with all your experience, I would prefer you to help me direct. So could you be my assistant director instead?" So I'm like, "Oh, okay, fine. That's fine." So there's a musical upcoming this December that I'm the assistant director for. So this particular play has been played 3 times before and it's been like completely sold out in all these other countries. So now it's coming here to the UAE. I don't know if I can say anything, but it's called The Last Christmas. and it's coming around the first week of December. So
Yeah,
yeah,
for
that's
sure.
very exciting.
I'm expecting it to be in December.
I
Definitely.
mean, it's Christmas. Like if it comes out after New Year.
Like that's a bit weird, but okay.
But
Okay.
going back to
Mhm.
like the photogenic thing, I remember you were telling me you had the opposite problem. You were like, I wish I was photogenic, like when you were in
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually my problem. Like honestly, because I'm the opposite. Like people, whenever they see me in person, the first thing that they will tell me is that it's not that you look better in real life. It's more like, oh, your skin is so much fairer in person than in camera. Because I didn't expect you to be this white. It's like, oh, okay. I mean, if you can see my lighting at home, I don't know what to tell you anymore. So yeah, that's the usual comment that I get. Like it's either you look better in real life, or like you look whiter, or like more fair in real life. So yeah, and that's my problem because in Japan, I felt like I didn't have enough photos. Like you can never have enough. Like when I was scrolling in my gallery, I honestly feel like why am I not photogenic? Like I wish I was, nice in photos and in videos so that I don't have to overthink. Do I look nice here? Wait, no, this one, no, like that. So that's why. But anyway, let's exchange our problems, Amy. Let you be the prettier or something, or like you always have that impression that, oh, I thought you were like this in person. Oh, but the comment that I usually hear that is about you is that, oh, I thought you and Amy were the same height,
Oh
or like,
yeah, no,
or
I'm
Amy
really
is
short,
taller.
guys. Oh really? They thought that?
Yeah.
Wow, I look
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah.
I look tall, guys. I'm very short. This is yeah. So you will be very disappointed if you think I'm tall. You you will be really disappointed. I'm telling you
Yeah.
now.
Okay. Speaking of, because I remember we shot an anime snacks video and
Mm.
we're about to release that video. And when I was looking at our video, we were both sitting down and we're like almost the same height.
Oh yeah.
Because I think the torso is like almost the same length and stuff. But when we stand up, that's where you will see the main difference. Yeah. So don't get catfished by our anime snacks video, which will come out soon, guys. Huh? So what happened in this video is that I tried to buy as many anime themed snacks, which we will try on the video, and give you our impression and our rating. So look forward for that video, please.
Yes.
And also, while we were not recording the podcast, the new cast of One Piece was announced for the live
Yeah.
action. And I wanted to ask you, Amy, what do you think about the casting?
Perfect as usual. I think the fact that Oda's always like on board and he's part of this really shows. Like I remember there was this one that went viral. I think it was Natalia's audition tape, and it was someone else. It was someone else who didn't who auditioned for Robin but
Mm,
didn't. And like everyone was like, "We hope it's not this girl." Like
mm,
because it really didn't suit. But I really like the casting now. But I was a little confused because when they announced the descriptions for who they were
mm,
looking for in the auditions, they mentioned that they were looking for a Latina
mm.
for Robin, which
Yeah,
it
for
confused us
Robin.
both, right? Because we were like, shouldn't she be Russian or something? But yeah, I'm glad that they did cast someone Eastern European. Because
Mhm.
I mean, that just seems like who Robin would be in real life anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Even, I don't know, like, yeah, the vibe that Robin is giving off is somewhere in that area. But the
exactly.
most controversial, I think, is King Cobra and Vivi. Because people were saying that why did you cast someone who's not Egyptian or who's not from Middle East and stuff?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I it's is that the look? I don't know. Yeah, I think for me when I was thinking about like the cast, I was thinking of like Crocodile and Robin because those were the two
To
that
me, yeah.
went really viral, and like the other two just kind of
No,
went
it went
under the
viral. It went viral, but for the wrong reasons. Because
yeah.
like people were mad that why didn't you give the role to Arab people? Because
Mm,
like the setting of Alabasta is more towards Middle Eastern Arabs,
yeah.
or maybe they couldn't find.
How can you not find like there are so many beautiful Arab women. They're like, Jordanians, Egyptians, Palestinians. Like they're very, very beautiful Arab people. You can't really say that it would be difficult to find.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah. But let's see. Let's see how it will go. So far, I think they're okay. We don't know yet because, again, Oda is part of the auditioning and the casting.
Yeah, maybe it's the way that she acted, you know,
Yeah.
maybe the way Charitra Chandran like acted, it really portrayed who Miss
Vivi.
Wednesday is gonna
Yeah.
be. So, you know.
Yeah. I mean, guys, if you get spoiled at this rate, well, coming from us, who literally just watched the anime after watching the live action.
Exactly, exactly. Now we have the audacity to
Yeah.
say, like, guys, if you get spoiled, like, oh my god, that's on you.
But girl, I was already spoiled even way before. But for you, it was a different situation, I guess, because
Yeah,
my algorithm is Philippine based. So I
yeah,
always see animes and spoilers and stuff, which you don't, which is very
yeah,
good for you. And speaking of One Piece, I am now caught up to the latest episode. Like, girl,
yeah.
I don't know what to do with my life now. Like, I swear, I'm not joking because I don't know what to watch. Because, like, before, when you're looking for something to watch while eating or while doing chores and stuff, you just play One Piece and you're like, yeah, you can catch up. And in the beginning, I always say, like, 1,000 episodes are just too much. I cannot. This is way too
Yeah.
long for me. And now,
It's like the 1,000 episodes are not enough. Yeah, that's true.
it's not enough. I want
Oh.
more.
So what are you watching now?
Just random stuff on Netflix. I watched. What did I watch? See, I don't even remember. I've been watching a lot of thriller, crimes, whatever kind of movies in Netflix. I've watched Rebel Ridge. It's really good
Mm.
actually. And I've also watched an old movie. Not that old. Like, I mean, it's 2010, I think, or something. That's 14 years ago. Yeah, but I've watched The Next 3 Days, which is, I forgot the name of the main character, but he's the main character in Gladiator.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's more of prison break kind of movies. So
Yeah.
that's really the type of genre that I like watching. And last night I watched a Ghibli movie. Rewatched actually because I've seen it before. But I didn't finish it the first time I watched it. I know. I'm gonna get hate for this again, as usual. But I've watched Grave of the Fireflies.
Last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really sad.
Girl, I was crying the whole time. But anyway,
Yeah.
it was a sad movie. And imagine it was released in 1988.
Mm.
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So, let's get back to Japan. Did you see anything Ghibli in Japan?
I saw
No.
Soar, but I didn't go in there.
Okay. Fair enough.
Like,
But what else did you
yeah.
get to see? Your okay, like tell me about like general observations of Japan. Oh.
Look at my shirt. It's from Uniqlo and it's Kaiju number 8. So cool. Because, to be fair, general observation of Japan, it's exactly how you see it in photos and videos, how they're described in TikTok vlogs and whatever. Obviously, it's
Mm,
crowded. That's number one. You can
mm,
never remove the tourists in Japan, which is, again, guys, it's voted as the top destination for most people because of how organized it is, the transportation system,
yeah.
everything, people being polite. It's clean as well. General observation, it's very clean, and people are disciplined in a way that, for example, when you're eating in a fast food restaurant, you have to clean it up by yourself and wipe the table. There's really a designated area for you to segregate the trash. Like, for example, if you have leftover food and then you have your plastics, you have your papers and stuff, you have to segregate that accordingly, put the tray back, and get the rug to wipe the table. So that's how it is. Like, everyone is considerate about the next person who will use that item or
Mm,
use that table or whatever. Or, like, for example, in restaurants or in cafes, usually most people will like buy one coffee and stay there for like a whole day. Or like in restaurants, they will just eat once they're done, chit chat, and just take up the table. But there they are mindful in a way that they know that there are people in line. So once they're finished, they will really just wrap things up and go.
okay.
Especially, obviously, that's for Japanese people. I couldn't say the same for tourists.
Yeah, of course.
So, like, tourists are really annoying sometimes, like the ones who are not mindful and like not respectful. So yeah, that's I guess my major observation. And girl, the food talaga, like, The food is really nice. Like the way that they advertise food is different because what you see is really what you get. For example, in UAE or in the Philippines, where you see a burger, like it looks so yummy in the photo, but when you see it in person, is this the same? Like,
Yeah.
huh? And I even showed you a fun fact about the size,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, yeah, you
That
showed me that.
Yeah, so I'll show it on the video as well. Like for example, if they have this kind of the vitamin C that I bought from Japan, guys, the packaging is the same size as what you see on the photo. See, I'm not sure if you can see it clearly, but that's how they are when it comes to packaging and advertising anything. Like what you see is what you get. You get the actual size of the stuff inside it. That's my general observation of Japan.
What else did you love about Japan though?
Mm. Everything. I keep on saying everything. Okay, how about this? So, shopping. Another thing that I loved about Japan, aside from the food, is the shopping experience. It's because everything is so cheap. I bought this shirt for 500 yen, which is 12 dirhams.
Wow, what?
Yeah, 12 dirhams.
That's really cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, girl, I'm telling you. Because this is part of their archive. So obviously they have the regular priced shirts, which is like, if I'm not mistaken, I think this, no, or maybe more, maybe more. I don't know. I forgot,
But
honestly.
12 dirhams is around $3 more or less if I'm not wrong. More or
Yeah.
less.
But again, I'm not sure if I'm correct. Maybe it's more. I don't have the receipt with me, but yeah, I will check. I will double check. But I remember getting this because it's so cheap. That's I'm 100% sure of that because I bought like how many shirts in Uniqlo? I bought like maybe 5 in total. Uniqlo has a lot of anime kinds of shirts like this one, Kaiju number 8. You have Oshinoko, and then you have One Piece. I bought One Piece shirts, Final Fantasy shirts. So I think around 5 to 6 shirts I bought just from Uniqlo. And it's tax free once you reach 5,500 yen. Yeah, you don't have to pay for tax and you can easily wear it. Fine, that's good. What else? Food again is the best. Girl,
Food.
even if you buy from convenience store, that's my main thing. That's the first thing that comes into mind. Like, oh my god, especially the Kobe beef that we ate. Experience, concerts, shows. So yeah, this is the main thing that I really love because I've watched this One Piece premiere show in Universal Studios that only happens during summer.
Oh, so you saw like a rare show. Like it doesn't always it's not available just all the time.
All year round. No, it's
Yeah,
only
okay.
through summer. And I'm not sure how long this show has been because there was a guy who was explaining it to us. He said like 5 6 years or more than that. It's happening every summer. And girl, look at the costumes. Like
I
I swear,
know. It's so good. I saw your stories and I was like, "Damn, like this
girl, like,
is top notch."
and it's not just cosplay. It's like cosplay, like real acting and stuff. Girl, Sanji, I swear, like he was so good, so amazing. Like the way that he did the stunts. Girl, I'm a Zoro fangirl.
Mm.
Hello, Zoro all the way. But when I saw Sanji, I was like, sorry, Zoro. But Sanji, Sanji is the guy tonight. Like I swear, girl, because he was really doing the flips, the kicks, and the infamous way where Sanji put both of his hands on the floor and like just kicks
Mm.
everyone around. Girl, he did that. I was like, so yeah, that's amazing. And then Frankie is also cool. If you see his costume, like really the proportion of how Frankie looks like, and he does the super. My God, girl, I'm so glad I've watched One Piece before coming to Japan because everything there is One Piece. Like
Oh,
I
so they
swear,
actually are really obsessed with One Piece over there.
I think they're promoting it a lot because they know that the people who used to watch One Piece are now adults that has the buying
That's
power.
true. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's just like in comics before, like people or kids who used to buy comics are now the ones with money. So they started doing a lot of comic movies and stuff. Same thing with
Yeah.
One Piece. That's why they're doing this summer shows to promote. They have so many Mugiwara shops. And the fun thing is, I was wearing a Chopper shirt when I went to USJ.
Yeah.
And every Japanese who would see me like the staff, oh, Chopper, Chopper, kawaii, like,
So good.
yeah. I really didn't want to spoil the show because, but guys, Chopper here, he has 3 costumes in the show that I've watched. Yeah,
Oh!
the
Wait, how did they
small
do the
one.
chopper though?
He's in a mascot, obviously, like a mascot costume. And then whenever he transforms, he will say the rumble ball, something. He cannot,
Mm,
obviously,
so
he cannot
cute.
transform right there and
Yeah,
then. So
yeah,
he
yeah.
will run to the back. He will run to the back, and then the new
Oh,
Chopper comes out, like the big one. It's so
that's so
cute. It's so cute.
cute.
Yeah. And it's so amazing because, like, the stage was well thought of. I feel like the design, everything. For example, when Sabo comes out, his fire powers comes out. There's really gonna be fire on the stage, and
Mm.
you can feel the heat. That's how it is. And then for Jinbei, whenever he uses his fishman karate, like water will splash on you. Like there's seats that they have a warning label that says splash area. So like I mean, if you're sitting in
This
that
is like a
area,
full immersion sort of show. Like you are seeing
yeah.
One Piece live.
And girl, the costumes, the details, even Nami's,
Yeah.
unproportionate body, it was there. If you know what I mean. like like
Really?
she was really, there compared to her body. So attention to detail. And Brooke was so cute. Like he was wearing something to obviously hide his face, but the way he was dancing like this.
So yeah, how did
So
they
yeah.
do Brooke? How was Brooke done?
So for Brooke, he's just wearing like tights, I guess, that has skull, and it's
Mm.
black. So if you look from afar, it looks like he's
A
really a
skeleton.
skeleton.
Okay.
Yeah. So what else? Jinbei was there. Nico Robin, everyone. Usopp, Zoro, and yeah, Sanji. Chef's kiss, literally like that. Because the thing is, most of these shows, obviously, photography is not allowed, recording is not allowed. I remember we were just about to sit, and I tried to take a video of the place. And a staff came to me, no, that's not allowed, please delete. I was like, sorry. Maybe because there's still lights. Because the thing is, the show starts at 6, but it's still a bit bright. You can still see a bit of the stage, how it is set up, and all. But once the
Okay.
show starts, it's so dark.
Okay.
It's so dark that you don't have the full stage view, if you get
Right.
what I mean. Like you don't know where they will enter, they will exit,
Yeah.
where they will be on the stage. Because there's like the stage is in the middle of water. That's
Mm.
how it is. Aside from the one that you saw.
So like when it's bright, it doesn't look as magical as when like it's lights
Yeah.
out and
So maybe that's
okay.
why you don't want people to take photos before and during the show, because like
Right.
obviously during the show it's understandable, and then after they will literally announce when you can take videos, and everyone started
Oh.
taking out their phones and like taking photos. As soon as they say it's allowed, then they will take. And same
Mm.
thing for the concert. It's girl, sorry, I cried because of this. You know why?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
No, I cried because I almost didn't get it.
Oh, what? For real?
Yeah, for real. Because what
How
happened
come?
was, so when I went to the Distant Worlds concert in Singapore, which is last
Mm.
year, I came prepared, girl. I came prepared. I came with cash. I took cash with me because I know that there might be a longer queue if you're using card. Okay. So
Right.
now the problem is in Singapore, the entrance is all the same for everyone. Main entrance, and then once you enter, that's where the merch is. So that's also what I was expecting. Like once you go inside, there's another queue for merch if you want to buy or not. So we asked this guy, hi, where's the queue? So he pointed us to that queue. Okay. Then we waited for a few minutes. And the thing about Japan is that they always start on time. If
Mm.
on your ticket it says 6, it will start at 6. If it says 12, 12. They will wait for nobody. Okay? So now we were in the queue, and I was so worried because like it was 11:15 and we just got inside. And then when we got inside, there's a queue, but it's only for cash. So now I'm so worried because I didn't bring cash this time. I forgot, which is my mistake. And now I asked the guy, what if I want to queue for the credit card section? He's like, yeah, you have to go outside again
Oh,
and queue another 10-15 minutes, which is I
oh
don't know. And
no.
then I was crying because once you enter the door, they rip the ticket. Like they already take the part
The
that is
stub.
necessary
Yeah.
for them, the stub. So I was like, so can I go out? And the guy said, no, I don't know. It's like, huh? So I had to ask so many, like at least 3 people, and I was already crying, and I was telling the guard, I will cry. Where? How can I buy? And he was panicking. He's like, no, no. And obviously, it was all in Japanese when he was talking, although I couldn't speak proper Japanese because I was already panicking. So now there was this lady who can understand English. She said, okay, it's fine. Just go outside from here. Like, she pointed at a door for me. And once you come back, just go through here again. This door. We will take note that you went out already or you already had the ticket and stuff. So we went outside, queued again, bought my merch, these, everything, like also this drinking
Oh.
glass, cactuar. I have Moogle, and you can see Moogle on my bed.
Oh.
Yeah, so see all of those. This is my favorite
Yeah,
Chocobo.
I mean, Chocobo would be my favorite as well.
Yeah, so I bought a lot of merch, and as soon as we're finished, it was like only 10 minutes remaining, and we had to go rush inside because you have
Mm.
to go up levels, like 3 or 4 levels. So we had to rush all the way up, and when we reached there, it was 1 minute before 12, and at 12 they started the show on the
Damn.
dot. Everything is on time, even the bullet train. I was so worried that we might get left out by the train because we arrived just 5 minutes before the train. Because my brother was chilling, like he's like, "Calm down, it's fine." I was like, "Don't you tell me to calm down? Did you see how punctual everything is in this place? Like, if your
Yeah.
ticket says 6:37, it's at 6:37. You have to be there because if you're
Mm.
not there, the bullet train will open for just like 1 2 minutes. Go,
Yeah.
literally that fast." So yeah.
But tell me about the FF7 concert. Like, how was the etiquette like?
Oh, girl, when you talk concerts in Japan and etiquette, same thing as for the One Piece show. They will say that photos are not allowed, and then once it's allowed, they will literally flash something on the screen, photo okay, that you can start.
Oh, cute.
You can start taking photos. So the whole show, obviously, it's not allowed, and girl, you cannot hear anyone shouting or like woohoo, like that kind. Obviously, because it's a probably it's a on an orchestra or
Yeah.
I don't know, but in Singapore it was a different experience. Like there are people who were shouting and like woo, and we were shouting too, like my friends and I, because like we were so excited. But here, that's it. Just clap. Everyone is quiet. No one is on their phone. No one is taking illegal videos because,
Mm.
I mean, sorry about this, Singapore, but everyone was trying to sneak in a video, even when the marshals in Singapore, they literally were holding flyers that says no photo allowed, no video
Mm.
recording, audio, whatever, and they are walking up and down the hall just to remind people that it's not allowed. But in Japan, no one was taking nothing. You will feel shy if you start taking photos when it's not allowed. And everyone is quiet, you're just sitting there. Everything is on time, ended on time. And as soon as the show ended as well, because obviously that's when we were able to take photos, videos, and stuff during the credits part, or like when they were saying their final goodbyes. After that, they will push you. The guards will tell you, nope, go, done, show is over, go outside. I think there's another show after that. So, they're very strict. Because in Singapore, after the show, we were still able to take photos. Like my photo before that, I had so many shots. But here, not much. Yeah, I couldn't take much photos.
Did you get any cool souvenirs aside from, of course, the merch that you got from the concert?
I don't know. Because it's mostly these things and those plushies on my bed that you can see. I'm not sure. Wait. Pointing the right direction there. Did I get anything else? I also got this crocodile and Muichiro. Because, okay, I'll tell you the story behind this toy.
Mm.
So, my brother has a godmother, has his ninang.
Oh, and sorry, Ninang is godmother.
Yeah, he has this godmother who's working in Japan, permanent resident there, and she works in a hotel. It's a very popular hotel in Shinjuku because that's where Godzilla is.
Mm.
The hotel that has Godzilla peeking at the top of it, like his head
Yeah.
was there. That's the hotel. And she said that guests there just leave their stuff randomly, like these
That's
ones.
wild. Imagine just leaving stuff like that. Like everyone,
Imagine.
everywhere else. Yeah. Like everyone's just like trying to buy these things. And it's like, oh, well, for
Yeah,
these people, it's like, oh, well,
yeah, it's
I
okay.
left
I
it,
can
I
buy
guess.
more. Speaking of something, I don't have an actual, I guess, souvenirs because I've already bought a lot of stuff. But it's more of, as cliche as it may sound, the memory, the experience, which you can
Yeah.
never really buy. Even the wearing of the kimono, girl, it's so intricate. Like, so many layers, so many padding. Now when I remember like how ladies in Japan are wearing those, girl, this is hard. Like, how? Even in movies, right? Like when you
Mm.
see ladies who are wearing kimonos, it's really hard to put on. You really have to have someone to put it on for you. So I
Yeah.
can't imagine. And speaking of, another experience that I can remember is I lost my coin purse slash wallet in
Oh
Japan.
no.
Yeah. If this was Dubai, I'm pretty sure it's still gonna be there. Like wherever I
Right.
left it, it's gonna be like
Yeah.
if I left my phone on the table, it's gonna be there.
Yeah, people
And
reserve tables here by putting their phone on the table too.
yeah, exactly. But see, in Japan, how do I explain this? I don't want to put tourists too much in a bad light, but like I am 100% sure if a Japanese person will find my wallet, it will be returned.
Mm-hmm.
100%. It will be in lost and found, or it will be returned. But if
Mm.
it's like tourist, I'm not sure. You know, if it's
Right.
in a tourist area, I don't want to mention any country or what, but like just in general, like the etiquette and stuff that I was saying. Because here in
Yeah.
Dubai, even if you're a tourist, no one will care about your, like even if
Yeah.
you leave them on the table or leave your stuff on the seat, no one will care. Because my brother, he still had that mindset that, oh no, 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 let's take our stuff. He wants to
Right.
buy first and then reserve your table and stuff.
Yeah.
So now, going to my story of how I lost my wallet. We were eating, we bought our breakfast from 7-Eleven, and 7-Eleven is the only time I take my wallet out. And
Mm.
it's not a wallet, it's a coin purse, you know? Because in Japan, guys, you cannot survive without cash. Like, I swear, as much as high tech as Japan is, most shops, you still have to have cash.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, like konbini, yeah, fine. You can still, use your card, use your
Mm.
Suica or your, it's like the Knoll card here in Dubai. You can use your transportation cards. But for example, if I want to top up my Suica card, which is here in Dubai, you can use your card, right? Credit card,
Yeah.
just tap it there on the machine.
Yeah.
Or you can reload on the app and like
Yeah.
just put your credit card and stuff. But there you really have to top it up with cash.
You can't even go contactless like Apple Pay and stuff because I live on
You
Apple
can.
Pay.
You can, but some stores, like you still have to have cash. Like
Okay.
even vendor machines. For example, here, vendor machines in Dubai, you can just tap your phone, right?
Yeah.
Because girl, I also live off of Samsung Pay. like I will go out of the house with just my phone and I'll
Yeah,
still be
same.
alive.
I just go out with my phone. I don't carry anything else.
And maybe just keys. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. But like otherwise, before I used to carry cash, my cards and stuff. But there you still have to have cash. You cannot just reload your card, your physical card, using a credit card on the machine. You really have to have cash. The only exception, I guess, is if you have Apple, you can get a digital card and top it up from there. But then again, Apple is a bit, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, is a bit weird with the, what do you call this, a debit card, credit card situation. Because my brother couldn't do it on his Apple phone or on his iPhone. Because for Philippines, Apple Pay is blocked.
Ah. Okay, then
Yeah.
maybe it's a Philippines thing because I've never had issues with Apple Pay.
Yeah.
No, but
So
are you sure like Apple Pay is blocked in Philippines?
I
Because
don't know. He couldn't put his card.
okay, so I have a friend who went to Philippines about 2 months ago, and it was a bunch of friends actually. And but this particular friend, she was telling me like, oh, it's not really contactless in Philippines. They don't even know what Apple Pay is. But there was one
Mhm.
time like she was really desperate, and then she goes to the cashier. And she's like, "Hi, like I can only pay using Apple Pay." And the cashier was like, "Well, I'm gonna translate it," but she was basically like, "Oh no, like I don't know what that is. We don't have that here." And she was like, but it's just like using your card. And she's like, no, we don't have that, we don't have that. And she was like, okay, can I try something? Can you just punch it on your machine, just like
Mhm.
normal, just punch it in, okay? And then she's like, oh, but then if you can't pay, she's like, relax, just punch it into the machine. And then the lady puts it into the machine, and then she taps her phone on the,
Phone.
like how you would with your card, right? You would just tap your card. So she taps her phone and it worked.
Okay. What I meant by Apple Pay is that you cannot connect Philippine debit cards or credit card to Apple.
Ah, okay.
I don't know why. I mean, maybe I do. I mean, same reason why Sony doesn't like dealing with Filipinos. Just kidding. But anyway, so no, but like yeah, so that's the thing. Like it's still a bit backwards, I guess, in that sense, because like you
Yeah.
still have to have cash. And even some stores they only accept, like for example, you're going to a restaurant, right? And this restaurant has this vendo kind of way of ordering food. Like
Mm.
you don't have to pay the restaurant itself in a sense that they don't have a cashier, but you just type in your stuff in this vendo, then you
Mm.
will get a stub. That vendo machine still accepts only cash.
Oh.
So you have to pay by cash. Then you will get the stub, and then you will give the stub to the person who's in charge, and then they will give you the food. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
But they're not the ones manually counting the money and stuff. And even for 7-Elevens, by the way, it's not like here that, okay, yeah, I will pay, here's my card and stuff. There's an
Mm.
actual machine there that will tell you how much your total is. And if you're going to be paying, you'll be paying through that machine. You cannot give it to the cashier who's assisting
Mm.
you, who's already assisting you there. So everything, cash, goes through there. And I think that only started after COVID because they're avoiding the
Yeah.
money
But why
transferring.
not just use contactless anyway? Like use cards
I
or
mean,
use.
that machine has contactless options like credit
Okay.
cards, Suica, and stuff. But otherwise, most people still carry coins and
Huh.
cash and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you're not careful, you will really end up with my brother. At the end of the trip, he has one small box filled with 1 yen. It's fake. And he just left it at the hotel because he doesn't know what to do with it. And I said, just use it for paying in, 7-Eleven. So what we do when we are at 7-Eleven, we just dump all of our coins towards the end
Uh.
of our trip. Dump all of the coins and then the remaining amount, just pay it. That's it.
Oh
Because
wait,
like
how did
it's
you lose
really
your
hard.
coin purse again?
Oh, sorry.
I was like, wait, did I
Girl!
did I forget or?
I forgot, sorry. Because like the story was just going on and on. But anyway, it was about the payment. Yeah, okay. So I have the only time that I use my coin purse is whenever I will go to 7-Elevens or to
Mm.
any place to pay. And at that time of the day, I still had my coin purse with me when we got off the train from, traveling and stuff. The first thing we went to after that was 7-Eleven to have our
Mm.
breakfast before going to our destination. So we had our breakfast, but I don't know where I left my coin purse. I was thinking it must be in 7-Eleven because they have this counter. Maybe I just put it there because I've also done that like quite a few times.
Mm.
So I lost my wallet, let's say around 9:30 in the morning. And then after eating, we went straight to the observatory because that one doesn't require payment. So we didn't need to take out our money. But I somehow remember that I didn't see my coin purse. Like unconsciously, I guess. I didn't remember. So when we went up, did the sightseeing and stuff, spent an hour or so there. And then we were on the way back to the train station. Once we
Mm.
reached there, I realized my wallet is gone. My coin purse is missing because that's where I put the physical card as well for the transportation, the Suica card. So now what we did is we went back to 7-Eleven and then I asked, can you please check if I forgot a wallet here? And then they said, oh no, there's no coin purse or wallet here. How did it look like and stuff? So I described it and all. And they said, no, it's not here. So there's 3 cashiers in the 7-Eleven. I
Mm.
specifically chose the Arab looking one because I was expecting he has good English. Because, like, girl, it's really hard to talk to the Japanese
Yeah.
people sometimes, especially they're not comfortable using English. So I thought this Arab guy will be able to help me out. Turns out he can only understand Japanese too. It's like maybe he grew up there or something, or maybe he also has
Yeah.
bad English. But like,
Mm.
I was like, I specifically chose you, bro, because I thought you'll be able to help me out.
You betrayed me. Top 10 anime betrayals.
Yeah, because even in his plate name, it's like Ahmed or something, like, but in Japanese. But I can tell, hello, I can read and I can see his face, how he looked like. He looks
Mm.
100% Arab, but he couldn't help me. And then he still relies on the Japanese translation of whatever I'm saying because we were
Yeah.
communicating via Google Translate. And then I asked him, can you please show me the CCTV? I was here from 9:20 to 9:30. See, I even have the bag of what I ate. Because the thing is, no one really gets receipts here, babe. Like,
Mm.
even in Dubai, who cares about receipts? Like even for cabs, cashiers, what
Yeah.
receipt
Yeah.
is
No one
fine,
gets receipts here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So even for Japan, like if you see the receipt box there, the receipt just goes straight into that box, and I think they throw it. No one really cares. So they don't know what time I was there exactly, and I said, "No, it's okay. I remember around this time for to this time. Can you just please check the CCTV?" And the Japanese guy, who's like maybe the manager of that Arab guy, because he was asking, "Can I see the CCTV and stuff?" They're not allowing, like 100%. And I tried going back and forth there for like 3 times. Everyone started going for breaks or something because they were avoiding me. They don't want to talk to me because they know that I was crying. I was already asking for help and stuff. And my brother couldn't do anything. And see, to be fair, I didn't have much money on that coin purse. And it was probably around 8,000 yen.
Okay.
Let's say 6,000 yen. Yeah, it's 147 dirhams.
Okay.
150 dirhams, okay? Plus the amount inside my card, the null card, which is around, I don't know, 3,000. So let's
Mm.
say 250 dirhams. I can sleep with that. I'll be fine. But I don't know. I
Right.
had this feeling that, see, girl, you know me. I track everything. I track my expenses and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been using that card since day one.
Right.
Okay. I've only tracked few days of my expenses, so I still had to check. Because the thing with that card is you can still tap it on the phone and see the transaction history.
Mm.
Okay. So the problem is I don't think myself can forgive me if I don't track my expenses in Japan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, sorry, kuya, I really need to find my coin purse. I don't care. So after an hour, okay, so that's around 10:30, right? We went back to 7-Eleven. So around 11, because what the 7-Eleven told me was go to the police station. Either they have it or they will have it. So I went to the police station. And once you enter, this is the difference between government offices, I guess, in Japan versus in other countries. In other
Mm.
countries, they look like they're bored and they just want to get rid of you, right?
Right.
May it be in Dubai, may it be in the Philippines. Everyone who works for the government, they don't care
Right.
about you, they don't care about anyone, they just want the day to end, that's it. You
Mm.
know, and when they work, they're like, chit chat with someone else and then look at you so rudely. Because
Hmm.
the
Like,
heck
why
are
did you
you here?
interrupt our podcast?
Yeah, exactly. Right? Like they're so upset with their lives and they don't want to help you at all. That's how they
Mm-hmm.
look. But in Japan, it's completely the opposite. As soon as
Mm.
we entered the police station, I Google translated what I wanted to say, that I lost my wallet. I showed it to the lady, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, wear this and go upstairs." So when I went upstairs, there's the lost and found section.
Okay.
So once you go there, there's a big office that you can see via a window, and you can see lines of tables, different people, I guess, and they were all checking lost and found stuff. Like
Mm.
they were putting wallets inside what do you call this, sealed packages in case someone looks for it,
Yeah.
you know. So now this old lady asked me what do I need. So again, I showed her the Google translated version of it, and then she asked me to fill out a form. After filling out the form, the old lady asked for a younger lady to help her out to translate it in English, because obviously there was a bit of a language barrier. But the good thing is at least I can understand their conversation a bit. So
Mm.
I know what they meant. So I was talking to the young lady, the police lady, and then she was like, "Oh, okay, I understand. How did it look like? Where did you leave it?" So as soon as I explained to her the situation, the first thing that they did was to call 7-Eleven. Was there any wallet that was like this, blah blah blah? And they said no. So they came back to me and then they said, "Oh, I'm sorry, 7-Eleven said that they don't have your wallet, but where is this 7-Eleven?" So I said, this 7-Eleven is inside, I'm not sure if it's a hotel or like a commercial building with offices,
Mm-hmm.
but it's Hyatt Regency. She's like, okay, I understand. So here's what we will do. She told me that in 3 days we will try as much as we can to find your wallet. Then they asked me to write where I'm staying, what's my contact number, and all, so that once they have my wallet, they will bring it to my hotel.
Okay.
I wrote it there. But the thing is, we will be leaving on the third day.
Uh-huh.
So now they said, okay, so how about this? Obviously, they cannot ship it to Dubai. So for 250 dirhams, girl, please be real. You know, like, so I said, oh, it's okay. My brother's godmother is living here, so I put her address. You can contact her in case, blah, blah, blah. But this police lady told me, why don't you try in the lost and found of Hyatt Regency? Because 7-Eleven is in that area. Usually, lost and founds have their own areas, like their own bubble of location.
Yeah.
So anything that was lost in 7-Eleven, they will probably turn it over in Hyatt Regency. So we went there as one last chance if it's there. So did you guys see anything like this wallet? And then the guy said, okay, we will check. Just sit there for a while. So we sat on the reception table or like front area in Hyatt Regency. It was apparently surrendered in their lost and found. And
Oh.
see, the thing is, my brother wanted to do this to me as soon as, but he only grabbed my hand and he was like shaking me violently like this. Because the thing is, okay, if you were in my situation, Amy, you lost 250 dirhams and you have an itinerary of places to go to. We were
Right.
supposed to go to Persona 5's location that day, which
Oh
is an
no. And you
hour.
guys
Yeah,
love
I know.
Persona 5. Yeah.
Yes, I know. So you have a chance. You have either to choose to find your wallet or to go to the itinerary. Let's say you're going to Ghibli Museum. What would you do?
Uh-huh. I'd go to the Ghibli Museum.
You wouldn't care even if you lose the.
I can always search for it later. Like it's not it's already lost. Khalas. I'm gonna look for it, but I can look for it.
Because see, my mindset was my brain was split into two. Okay, honestly, for me, it was a lost cause. I didn't want to look for it because, like the
Okay.
Filipina in me tells me that someone probably took it already. Don't
Mm.
stress, it's fine. But my brother said, oh, it's content. So we spent 2 hours looking for that wallet. But see, the thing is, that day, it was actually not as planned as, like, for example, the going to the Persona 5 location. It doesn't need tickets, it doesn't need anything. You just go and drop by and see it, right? It's not like, let's say, Ghibli Museum where you will book the ticket in advance and stuff. If it was
Mm.
like that, then I probably would have given up on my coin purse. But another
Mm.
side of my brain, aside from the fact that I was willing to let it go, another side of my brain was telling me, girl, you need to check your expenses. Don't lose that card. Like, the history of your expenses, girl, I will never be able to sleep. I swear to God. Like, I will always
Yeah,
remember.
but you can search for it later. Like the lost and found's also not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like those are the things that it's gonna be there. Like it's already lost.
But, girl, remember, we only have 2.5 days to be in
Yeah.
Japan. We won't have time to search for it because the next 2 days will be jam packed shopping and everything. So there's no way for me to go back, and it's gonna be a hassle to go all the way back.
No, I was gonna say I would cut down on the shopping. That's the thing. For me. I would cut down on the
Girl, we
shopping, just look for my
already.
wallet.
Yeah, but I don't think my brother would have agreed to cut down the shopping because he needed to
Uh,
buy few stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Like, see, you know how it is when you're shopping or when you're traveling and you're in the Philippines, right? You have to buy pasalubong or souvenirs for everyone. But for us
Yeah.
here in Dubai, we don't give a shit. Like, yeah, I will buy
Mhm.
few for my friends, but that's about it. But there
Yeah.
you have to buy everyone. So that's why it was quite different. And see, okay, one more thing that I learned about Japan is that once you see something that you like, buy it.
Mhm.
Buy it.
Why?
Otherwise, you will not have the time to go all the way back and look for it and buy it because either it will be out of stock or it will be out of the way.
Mm.
Because that's what happened to us. Like, for me, I postponed all of my shopping towards the last 2 days, which I mentioned earlier. And,
Mm.
girl, it was not enough time. It's either not enough time or the item that I want sold out. So yeah, that's also the reason why I couldn't do cosplay shopping because I was expecting that it will be gonna be in and out, go in, buy everything, go out.
Mm.
Girl, it's either out of stock. It's like a thrift store.
Right.
It's not like proper department store. Like, yeah, we have Attack on Titan, we have this, we have everything and stuff. Girl, it's thrift store. Like, I swear.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah. So that's why all of our shopping. Girl, I have so many stories about Japan. I swear. So another thing was buying cosplay. Okay, I really wanted to buy a certain gun props, and I
Oh,
told you
yes.
about.
Yeah, yeah. You were messaging me about this.
It's like, girl, what's the process when you want to bring home props like guns
Yeah.
on a plane? And she's like, oh, you have to do this and this. I was like, yeah. So, okay, there's this costume of Yuna from Final Fantasy X-2, which is a gunner costume. So, obviously, as the name implies, she has guns, right? She has two
Mhm.
guns. It's the twin B gun, which ever since I was in high school, I've always wanted to have that gun. Okay. And that place that we went to, it's like a cosplay thrift store. It's literally just one pair. You cannot find it anywhere else. And it's an actual replica gun, like
Mm.
props and stuff. Like the size of it, everything, it's 100% like a gun. And it was also, I guess the total package was like 400 dirhams because it was a set costume and the gun. Now, I sent an email to the airline. I asked them, are you guys allowing even the props? And they're like, no, I'm sorry. See, I didn't buy it that day, but I was mulling over it until the next day whether I should go
Mm.
back and buy it. But again, it's gonna be out of the way. There's no time to
Yeah.
go back, and this is why I said when you buy something, just buy it immediately, except for props for guns. it's
Mhm.
it's like check the airline first. And then the thing is, on our last night, literally last day, we were doing shoppings, right? Akihabara everywhere, Don Quixote, you name it, we were shopping. And then I was in this cosplay store. We were in Akihabara. My brother was like, let me just go grab some water outside because it's so hot. He went outside. When he came back to the cosplay store, he has one Gundam in hand. It's like, I thought you were gonna buy water. It's like, yeah, but it's last minute shopping and it's our last day here, so I bought this as well. I saw it, it's rare. Okay. And then we went to the Don Quixote. We were shopping until 1 a.m. We were shopping until 1 a.m.
Mm.
And I checked the trains. They are running until 1 a.m. as well. So I was
So
so we
you had to run.
girl, we finished at 12:30. We finished shopping at 12:30 and I said, "It's okay. We still have time." And my
Mm.
dumbass didn't figure out that 1 a.m. is the last train. So we had to buy luggages, one each on our last day for shopping. So we were carrying all of that luggage to the train station. Once we reached there, last train just went. Like
Oh.
literally buzzer beater, we didn't reach. So now, okay. I even told my brother, it's okay, it's fine. We will just take cab. Because here in Dubai, if that happens to me, yeah, cab, fine, yeah.
Like a
It's
taxi,
like
yeah.
it's like it's like how much? 100 dirhams max if it's too far. So
Yeah.
imagine like we're going from airport until my place. It's like 100
Yeah, it's like
dirhams.
100 dirhams,
Easy.
more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But girl, I don't know what happened, but my brain there switched. Like it flipped so much. When we booked an Uber, I spent 5,500 yen, which is
Mm.
equivalent to 150 dirhams. But for some reason, I was like, we spent that much in cab? Because, like, imagine that 5,500 yen, you can buy a lot in Japan.
Mm. Mm. I understand, yeah.
Like, the math is not mathing, it's broken. Because, like, here in Dubai, I wouldn't care. But there, like, that 100 dirhams equivalent is so much more. Like it's one really good meal, or like how many days of onigiri that we can buy, how many shirts I can buy. I will never ride a cab again in Japan. It was close, but still.
Anything else you'd like to share?
Girl, I told you this episode won't be enough. One episode, it's just scratching the surface. I haven't even told you about Osaka, about Kyoto, about the full USJ. Girl, Super Mario. Hello? Like,
Mm.
out of this world experience. Like, you can literally see Mario and everything, the set. Girl, I'm telling you, one
I think
episode is
like
not enough.
each episode should just be about each particular place. One episode for Universal, one
Girl,
episode just for Kyoto, one episode just for Osaka.
girl, imagine I haven't even told you about Toei Kyoto Park, well, the Evangelion was.
Ooh,
Girl, the life size Eva unit. It's like, oh my god, girl. Like, I
damn.
swear. Like, you will really say, damn, when you see it in
Mm-hmm.
person. Even the real life Gundam, the actual life size Gundam in Tokyo, in Odaiba, girl, we need to have part two.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah. Because it's already like how many. we're way
Yeah,
past our.
yeah, and then we're never gonna be done.
Because you keep asking me anything else. Girl, are you
Well,
sure?
there's a lot else.
Yeah. And I'm trying so hard to edit my daily vlogs from there, but really it's hard when you have a full-time job.
Yeah,
No, it's really hard, but yeah, I'm trying so hard. Cuz like I know for a fact that I couldn't do what other vloggers do, that they will shoot it today, same day edit. Like
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how they do it. Do they do it on the actual trip, or they do it once they go home?
There are some that do, some that don't.
Yeah, because it's
It
gonna be
really
like,
depends on the person. It's a person thing as well.
yeah, because like I can't imagine. Like, girl, imagine our daily steps there, 20K to 30K, and you want me to
That's
edit
a
a
lot of
video after? Like, but girl, I actually did lose weight when I reached here. I lost like
Mm,
2 kgs after
damn.
after that trip. So I was like, oh, okay. They were not joking when vloggers say that, oh, wear your comfiest shoes in Japan because you will walk aloud. Girl, they were not lying. That's 100% truth. My God, your feet will die.
Okay, so I mean, if that's it for this episode, for sure. I mean, we're definitely going to talk about more.
Have
I'm sure
more.
something's gonna come up, and you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, in Osaka."
Yeah. Girl, trust me. Like this whole season, probably it's gonna be like,
Yeah,
oh
it's
yeah,
just
you know what?
my Japan trip. And how long were you there for?
2 weeks.
Yeah, that's
Girl,
14 days worth of content. Like not even that because each day had a full packed itinerary.
yeah,
So
girl.
14 times 3, you know.
Yeah. Plus, girl, imagine like the cafes that we went to, Final Fantasy cafes. All of that will have its own separate content.
Yeah. Nope,
Yeah.
that's but
My
our this podcast would be like 24 hours, it would still not be done.
yeah. Girl, my photos alone in Tokyo was like 2,500 photos and videos.
That's
And
my entire gallery right now. Like
I
that's it. Like and it's mostly just memes.
not even selfies.
It's not even my selfies.
Yeah. Girl, trust me. That's why I said I wish I was photogenic. This would have been so much easier. I swear. Because even Osaka and Kyoto album combined, it's almost the same 2,000
Mm.
plus. So, yeah.
No, it's actually easier if you're not photogenic because then you can, no, I don't look good in these photos. This one good photo right here. This is what I'll post.
Girl, if I was photogenic, I bet that number will be lower. It's not gonna be 4,000
No.
plus. Trust me, trust me. Because like I was so shy taking photos and videos. I swear. Because I was like, oh my god, I don't look good in this photo, but okay, that's fine. So yeah. Anyway, okay, I think let's end this episode with that because this is gonna be too long than
Yeah.
usual. Anything you want to promote?
Yeah, so there's nothing else that I want to promote. You can follow me at Just Anything. And what about you, Vips?
Guys, I know I'm saying this now, but like, just watch out for my TikTok. I will be releasing
Yeah.
daily vlogs. It was really hard. It's really hard to edit because, like, like you're editing a piece of your memory there. It's not just
Mhm.
random travel vlog for me because even then I wouldn't do it. I didn't do it for Singapore. But this is very close to my heart. So maybe that's
Mhm.
another reason why I'm taking so much time in editing it or in doing it in general. And I haven't really unpacked all of my stuff yet. This one's still not open. And on top of that, guys, please do check out otakume.com. They're shipping internationally. It's your favorite hobby place, may it be Gundams, Mini 4WD, anime figures, you name it, they have it. So do check them out. And follow us on our socials at the Ara Ara channel.
And don't forget the Otaku MU partnership. You can use our code, Ara Ara, and just follow the link for all the other discounted items as well. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye bye.